Welcome to the Web Application Pen Testing course at Pentester Academy. Now in this video, we will look at bypassing blacklists in file upload vulnerabilities. So a lot of times developers think that if they create a blacklist, let's say not to allow any PHP file to be uploaded, then they are safe. Now in this video, we will look at how to debunk that myth. So let's jump right in. Now please download the file, the zip file which is available below this video, and unzip it inside the file upload directory. And this should unzip into a file called blacklist, inside which you will find these three files, rather two files in a directory. Now ensure that you go ahead and make the uploads directory writable. Super important. Now let's actually look at the source code. So here we go. Now in this PHP file, basically there is a not allowed list which contains of PHP as the extension, which cannot be allowed to upload, and if that is detected, then the program pretty much exits, right? So let's go ahead, try this out. Now to do this, let me also open a new tab and let me copy a web shell based backdoor, a very simple one in this case, from user share web shells PHP simple backdoor.php. Let's copy it to the current directory, and let me try uploading this first. Let's hit upload, and if you notice, nothing shows up. And if we actually look at the uploads directory, you would find that nothing is uploaded, just as expected. Fantastic. Now let's try and beat this in a simple way. Let me rename simple backdoor.php to, let's say, simple backdoor.capital.php, and let me go ahead and upload this. So let me go ahead, upload this. Aha, looks like we succeeded because we are not checking for case sensitivity. Fantastic. We can go in here, but now when we click on this, you would actually notice that pretty much nothing got executed, right? Now the problem really is that your Apache server does not seem to detect this extension capital PHP as something it should execute. Okay, so let's go back and try and solve this problem. Now in order to be able to succeed with this exploit, we just want one condition to be enabled on the web server, which is to actually allow HT access files in different directories, and that requires allow override to be turned on to all. So let's go ahead and do this for our web server. And please note, it's very common for this configuration to actually be enabled because a lot of web servers use HT access. So here is where we have Apache 2, and then we go to sites available, the default one, and for var www we can actually go in and enable allow override to all. Let's also restart our Apache server. Fantastic. Now let me actually create a .ht access file locally, and in that I'm going to add a new type which will be application and then you'd actually have X HTTPD PHP, and the allowed extension becomes capital PHP. Now let's go back in here, click on file upload, hit browse. Now by default we cannot see the hidden .file, so let's right click and say show hidden files. Here is my htaccess. So open and let's upload. Fantastic. Now of course Apache will not allow you to see the htaccess in here. However, if you had access to the directory, you could actually at least look at the fact that it's been overwritten. File upload, blacklist, uploads directory, and if you actually do an -a, you'll actually find our .htaccess has been successfully uploaded. Now this would happen because very simply the uploads directory is writable, right? Now when you go ahead and click on simple backdoor.php, there you go. This time around it executes. So I'm going to copy this out, paste it in there, and there we go, right? Now even though I use the extension capital P, H and P, keep in mind that you could have any extension. So let me go ahead, give you an example. Let's actually move simple backdoor.php to simple backdoor.blah, right? And let me open up our htaccess file and actually change this to blah. And what this directive does is for file extensions with blah, it pretty much goes ahead and invokes the PHP subsystem to handle it, right? So this time around, let me go ahead, upload the file back again. That upload both files. So let me go ahead and upload simple backdoor.blah first, and now let me upload our htaccess file, the new one. Fantastic. Now if I go back to the uploads directory, I'll actually find simple backdoor.blah, click on it, and if I try to execute a command, there you go, works perfectly, right? So this is how it is possible for you to subvert cases in which a blacklist is being used. Now keep in mind, even though I had actually given a very simple blacklist, you could have a large number of file extensions mentioned in there. And if you really notice, if htaccess is allowed, which pretty much is true for most web servers, it is pretty easy to break this defense. Now, we've also released an arbitrary file upload vulnerable ISO, which a bunch of vulnerabilities in there, available in this URL. So please download it and try the examples out in that as well. And if you're enjoying your time at Pentester Academy, then we would really request if you can recommend us to your friends and colleagues in the InfoSec community. Thank you.